Hello, and welcome to episode 18 of Afrikanists Assemble. This month, we asked our contributors to get more creative than ever, and a handful of them took us up on the offer. Here's the question we posed to them. Let's pretend you've been asked to create a flag to represent your academic field. What colors and elements would you integrate and why? If you would like to draw your flag, you may send it to us, and we will show it as a visual aid during your contribution. Let's hear and see what designs they came up with.
I research in Indian Ocean Studies. If I were to design a flag to represent my academic field, in it I would incorporate 4 colors. The first, obviously, is ocean blue to represent the waters in whose bubbles I search for knowledge. This would also be the color of the sky and would thus reflect the unification of 2 elements, air and water. To capture the materiality of the sea, of which I speak so often in my work, this ocean blue color would be textured. This would express the richness, the vastness, and the depth of the ocean. The second color would be white, and it actually encloses the sea. I imagine those to be the waves and also the sand on the beach. The third color would be orange, the color of sunrise. On the Kenyan coast where I conduct my research, dawn breaks when the sun rises over the sea. The fourth and last color would be vegetation green. I chose this for the mere reason that it represents the meeting point between land and sea, the 2 intersecting spaces that define life on the coast.
In choosing colors and elements to represent my field, I would choose 3 colors red, yellow, and green. My reasons are, for color red can be symbolic of the many African languages and cultures, and how many of them we've lost. And secondly, red can stand in also for the nature of the African man, a high-spirited man, a very fiery man, which is so evident in our music, our dance, our languages. Then secondly, for the color yellow is for the warmth of the African man. The African man is a very communal man, very receptive for our kind and forms of entertainment. Then thirdly, the color green represents the geographic nature of the African man. We have quite places that are good for tourism. And the element I actually picked is the rock or a fountain, which symbolizes the knowledge that is being gushing out from the African soil. Thank you.
If I am asked to create a flag of my academic field of studies, which is mostly in the field of gender equality and equal rights to both genders, the first thing is I would choose purple and white, which are also colors of gender equality. Purple and white are actually greatly used. Purple, white, and green are colors used as colors for gender equality. But then I would choose maybe just purple and white for a better blend, in my opinion, and also use the pictogram in the center as a sign of equality, the gender equality pictogram. I will use that as a sign of equality, because standing for a situation where everyone has to have a job, everyone should be paid equally, everyone should be treated equally despite their gender, I strongly believe that those colors will strongly represent that idea as a flag to me into my field of studies.
If I've been asked to create a flag to represent my academic field, which is literature, I would come up with a combination of orange and violet colors and integrate elements such as a quill, ink, a pen, and a book. This is hinged on the fact that literature, which basically entails an artistic, creative, or imaginative representation of life, that is, of human experiences, aims at producing beauty in writing and pleasure in the reader. Therefore, to aptly capture this major concern of literature in the flag, colors such as orange and violet were chosen. Symbolically, orange color is most times used to represent creativity, productivity, pleasure, optimism, and emotional expression. Violet, on the other hand, is often associated with intuition, imagination, meditation, and artistic qualities. The use of elements such as a quill, ink, a pen, and a book underscore literature as written works on human experiences, conveyed through poetry, prose, and drama, which are the three basic forms or genres of literature. So, I believe the blend of orange and violet colors alongside the integration of the elements earlier mentioned will suffice in creating a flag to represent literature as an academic field.
To pretend to have been asked to create a flag to represent Yoruba studies would be a very difficult thing. I have mulled over it, I have thought up and down, I have looked far and asked myself, what is the implication of having a flag for Yoruba studies? What function would it serve? Why do I need a flag? Or why do those who want to come into the field need a flag? I'm certain that a flag is for a country, for its identification when it comes into contact with other countries. But what would a flag for Yoruba studies look like? What colors will best represent Yoruba studies? It has been one of those things that is very difficult to crack. But I'm very certain that maybe a white cloth with one of the icons of the deities will be what will represent the Yoruba studies. But then, what message would that flag communicate to those who have never heard anything about Yoruba and Yoruba studies? This is one difficult one to crack. I am not sure where to turn. I'm not sure where to look, but it's a puzzle, and I would like to return it to our listeners. Please, Kole needs help on this matter. If you were going to help design a flag for Yoruba studies, that tonal language where one word with a change of the tone marks can mean different things, how will that need a flag to represent it? An anthem, maybe. If you were asking us to come up with an anthem, I probably would be able to come up with one. Rise up and come to the class for Yoruba studies, where you learn how to learn, where another tongue is added to your arsenal. come to Yoruba Studies.
Those are all the contributions we received this month. We're thrilled that a few people went the extra mile to create a visual representation of their flag for our vodcast. If you're in any of these fields, do you agree with the flag designs they came up with? What kind of flag would you design to represent your field of study? Tell us in the comments below. Thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of Afrikanists Assemble. We're continuing to push the boundaries of the medium and the discipline of Afrikanistic, so make sure you subscribe if you want to be part of the journey.